this one day in the morning, I was preparing to pack for school, and my aunt shouted at me because this is water and we pay for water here. How dare you put so much water in the bathtub? And if you want to leave this house, just let me know. And as a child, it felt like I've been waiting for that moment of, if you want to leave, leave. So I then called my dad and I said, Dad, please fetch me, because my dad was still around. And I got in trouble the day, hey? I remember I got a proper beating in the morning. A proper beating because I called my dad to say, please fetch me, I want to move home. I didn't say what was happening, I just said, please fetch me. A proper beating outside. I was naked, I was still getting dressed, and afterwards I quickly had to get dressed and go to school and sit there like every other child as if everything is okay. Of course, she then told my dad that she's just being a child, ignore her. But yeah, guys, and that is just one of the many beatings that I got for no reasons. And yeah, so a lot of physical abuse, a lot of emotional abuse, just bringing someone down all the time. And I was the best student in my school, in my grade, all the time. Always getting awards at prize giving. She never even attended one prize giving ceremony. Every time I bring a report card at home, she'd just put it there, never look at it. So for me, those things really, really hurt me. But I then decided at that point the life that I want. And I decided at that point that I will not let anyone have power over my life. I will not let any circumstance have power over my life. Luckily for me, I got born again at a very young age. So also having that relationship with God, I think I was 12. I was 12 years old. So having that relationship with God and knowing that actually there's someone who loves me. I might not feel the love from anyone right now, but there's someone who loves me, and that's a person who created me. And even though a lot of things are happening in my life that I don't understand, because I wasn't a normal child, that's how I felt at least. There's a greater reason why I am here and why everything is happening. And I just kept on keeping on, hey. I just kept on working hard at school. And yeah, then the dream to become a chartered accountant then was birthed, and I just focused on it. It was, for me, that was my escape. It was, Lord, one day I'll become that CA and I can live a completely different life. I was so focused on it, and I just knew that had to happen. And I decided to not focus a lot on what was happening, even though it was really, really painful. I mentioned that I lacked as well, because as much as my dad and my grandma sent money, I would have to go without a lot of things. And I couldn't even tell them that I need school shoes, I need uniform, because what am I saying? Why don't I have them? Then I'm going to get someone in trouble and I'm not going to sleep for a good week, you know. I was in a very difficult situation as a child, because you can't tell anyone, because you stay with the other person. At the end of the day, you are the one who's going to be in trouble. So yeah, it's really a mental power thing where someone just can control even that level of thinking, where you just feel like I can't tell anyone because I'm stuck here. If I do, I'm only going to be in more trouble. So I remember this one day I was walking to school. It was pouring, it was raining. It was fine, the distance wasn't so bad. It was a good 15 minutes walk. It wasn't so bad. But on a rainy day, it was. And the fact that my aunt just drove past me. I left the house, and when I was leaving the house, she was also about to leave, and she drove past me on the most raining and cold day. And I remember one of my friends whom I was working with, she asked, "Is that not your mother?" And I will never forget that moment. It was so heartbreaking. I had to lie and obviously say, I think she didn't see us, she probably missed us. Because it didn't make sense for you to pass children walking to school when you're going exactly in the same direction. And just to make matters worse, on that day, I remember I had specifically worn my socks, and then on top of my socks, I put plastics on both feet, just to make sure that the water doesn't spill and wet my socks, because my shoes inside were half broken underneath. So I knew that they looked fine on top, but underneath it's broken into half and the water would leak. So there I am walking with this plastic so that my socks, my school socks, don't get wet and they just walk past me, because yeah. So there's just few examples of what I had to go through, and yeah, luckily when I got to grade 10, my other aunt, whom I really believe was the only person in the family who noticed that there's something not right here. How can a child be so fearful and just never speak a lot? I think without me saying much, she was able to just pick up the different signs and see that this child is not happy. And I don't even want to mention my weight at that point. It was crazy. But yeah, she then asked from my grandparents if she can come and stay with me in Joburg. So life definitely became better from there, because my aunt is my friend, the one whom I stayed with in Joburg. She's my friend, she was supportive, she was loving. And the funny thing is that she didn't even have a lot financially compared to the other aunt, but the love that she gave me made up for everything. It really was enough. I remember when I moved, we literally moved into a 1-bedroom place where I slept on the floor. I had a sponge. It was our kitchen, it was our TV room, it was our bathroom. This one room was everything. But I really rather preferred to have been there than where I was before in Mthatha. And even though she didn't have much financially, what she did have, or what she did choose to invest in, was my education. She took me to a very good school in Joburg, a good private school. And I remember that I then had to take a train to school because the school fees is a sacrifice, but everything else, we must be willing to live with what we have. So I was that girl who went to a private school, top of the class, proper English, everything flowing, but took a train to school and slept on the floor every day. And yeah, it was very interesting times in my life. But I really love my aunt. She was so supportive. She loved me, she supported my career. She's the one, even with the bursary that I ended up getting for varsity, she's the one who downloaded it. She would ask everyone in her office, do you know of any bursaries? My child needs to go to varsity and I know I can't afford it, but she's so bright. So yeah, when I think of her, my heart just smiles. I really love and appreciate her so much, and I'm so glad someone was able to see that the child in me needed help. And this is just to say, not everything is about material things. Not everything is about money. Not everything is about living in a big house and just the picture looking correct. But inside that big house, there's so much unhappiness. Not everything is about that. When then I was here in Joburg, there wasn't a lot of material things, but I was the happiest child. Love is the most important thing you can give to anyone in general, not just your child, but even the person next door, your friend, your colleagues. Just love people and just be kind to people. Don't always look to break someone's spirit. Don't always look down on people, to discourage people. We should bring positivity to people's life, or rather not say much. And even when we go through things, we should never take it out on other people. Because now, as an adult, I then think maybe she was going through a tough time in her life. But surely that's not reason enough for you to ill-treat a young child. So, yeah, guys. I stayed with my aunt in Joburg, grade 10 till matric. Matriculated, got distinctions and everything. Then we embarked on the journey, we went to Cape Town, and I passed, graduated record time, qualified as a chartered accountant, and God just then came through for me. Hey, He really came through for me. As much as I worked hard, having faith and believing in Him, and knowing that not everything is through your own strength and your own might is the best thing ever. Some things you really need to give it to God and allow Him to be God in your life. So yeah, guys, that's me, and that's why I'm passionate about a lot of things like youth, giving back to the poor. I do a lot of those things in my personal capacity, and even at work I'm involved with our CSI projects, because I was once that child that just needed some help from someone. And yeah, I'll do a separate video on my varsity journey and qualifying as a chartered accountant, because that has been requested by some people, and the reasons and just how it's been. I'll do it in a separate journey in a separate video, because I don't want this one to be long. But I just wanted you guys to just know the person, the core person in front of the camera. And whew, guys, it's been difficult, but yeah, I hope it helps someone more than anything. It's not even about the story I just hope it helps someone out there who might be going through a difficult phase as well, who might be in a similar situation or even a different situation that's just tough. Just know that it will end. Just know that nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. There's no season that lasts forever. There are different seasons in our life, and they all come to an end. So as much as there's a time of testing, a time of trials, a time of hardships, a time of asking God so many questions and having so many doubts, and even feeling like maybe you shouldn't even leave. I had those thoughts. There were times, even though I've never attempted suicide, that I'll think of, maybe I'm just better off not being around, because now I feel like a burden to everyone. Even though there are times where you can go through that in your life, I want you to know that it does get better. I look back now in my life, and I am in a better place. I am in a better position. I am in a better season. I am happy, and things are better. So I also want you to just hold on to God and just hold on to the hope of a better day, because it truly does come. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on anyone. Do not let your circumstance shape who you become. Do not let people's opinions of you shape who you become. Become the best person that you believe you can be. Become the best person that you truly know you can be, because you just know your potential. Not all of us are able to realize our potential, but all of us deep down know our potential. Without a word of a lie, each and every person knows their greatness. They know they can go as far. That's what I'm going to leave you with, guys, today. Just continue hoping for a better day, and a better day will come, and you will live to tell a story, and let your life help people. Let your testimony help people. They don't even need to know where you've been, but continue to walk in love, to walk in kindness, no matter what and no matter where I am. I can never not respect someone. I can never not remain humble. I can never not love a person, because I just know how it is to be in a position where you need those things. Know me a bit more now, and continue liking and sharing my channel. Encourage your friends to come and like, comment below, say anything you want to say to me, give me suggestions on future videos, and love you so much, Mrs. Tao.